Hello. On Shabbat, sometimes a person passes by the houses at night and the lights turn on. Just the sensor feels that there's somebody passing by and turns on the light. Am I permitted to pass through such streets? The answer is that there are few ways to permit passing by, unless it's very easy to go to the other side. When I know this side of the streets would turn on the light, the other side would not, then by just crossing the street, I avoid such a thing. Obviously, that would be much more preferable. But if one feels that it's on the other side as well, he has such light, so it's very hard to pass, or whatever it is, he's permitted to keep on going. What's the ideas behind those that permit? Some say that passing by something that I didn't put, and I didn't also turn on manually, it's not by hand that I turn it on, and I don't mean to turn it on, it's a little further from me, such a thing doesn't fall under Melacha on Shabbat, something that's forbidden on Shabbat. This is how the Shevet HaLevi writes, and many poskim agreed with him. It's brought down from Shlomo Zalman and Rav Elyashiv as well, that permitted with the reasoning of the Shevet HaLevi. Others want to permit for a different idea, and that is, there's a machloket, the Rashba and the Ran, whether a person that locks the door of his house, closes his door in order to secure the house from thieves and other things, and there is a tzvi, a certain animal in the house, can he just close the door when he knows that he would be hunting that deer? And the answer is that Rashba permitted, and the Ran said it's not. The Rashba permitted because he doesn't have that in mind specifically, but he has something else in mind as well, even though he knows, and he also has that in mind. But since the main reason he's closing the door is in order to make sure that the house is protected, it is permitted. So therefore, when a person passes by, the reason he's passing by is because he wants to go to and get to his house or get to the shul, and there's a light turning on. Therefore, such a thing is, according to the Rashba, permitted. Cheshev Haifod went with that svara to be matir, although most of the poskim feel that the halacha is not like the Rashba, and one shouldn't rely on the Rashba halacha lemase. Others want to permit for a different reason, because over here it's davar she'eno mitkaven. I don't mean to turn on the light, and although it's inevitable, it's psik reisha, it's for sure going to happen, but since I don't mean to do it, and I don't care about such a thing, in other words, if I mean not to benefit from the light, because I can see the streets even without it, it just adds a little bit more light, and therefore if I don't mean and intend to benefit from such a light, it will be permitted to pass by. So therefore, for all these reasons and more, one is permitted to keep on going even though he knows he's going to turn on the light, unless again it's easy to cross the street to the other side or take a different route home, and it's not going to make his journey to the house much longer. Such a thing would be preferable to do if you could. If not, one is permitted to go in such a road.